What's going on, everybody? Austin Got Figs here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. And in today's video, we will be reviewing a new action figure, man. This figure that we're reviewing today has just released like a couple days ago by the time that I'm recording this, and that figure is the Legends Target Exclusive Series 27 Great Muta, man. We've acquired this figure. I went to Target. It was literally the only new figure there. Like, it was the only figure on the actual WWE shelf, and the rest of the figures were all on clearance, but those were the all of Legends Series 26, which included Kurt Angle and all those other figures. But this was the only new figure that I did find, so I did have to pick it up, man. So that's what we're reviewing today. But before we get into it, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and even go follow the socials, and the links to those are in the description of this video. But now that you've done all that, let's go right on into this review. Alright, first off, let's take a look at our packaging. So here's the figure window. We got the Muta here, we got his little mask here, we got the interchangeable hands that you can see there. You got the Great Muta's name, Mattel logo, 8+. So once again, if you're 7 years old, this thing's off limits for you. Stay away from the Great Muta, man, because he will bite you. Oh, I'm just kidding. Then we got Series 27 up here, Elite Collection. You got the Legends logo, and then we'll turn it to the side. You got a shot of Muta, Great Muta's name, Legends logo, Series 27. Turn to the back, you got a bit of a description there, so if you want to read that, you can. And then you have the Muta right here, you got his name, and then all the other figures that you can collect in the set. I do want to get this Undertaker, and I do definitely want to get this Billy Gunn as well. I do kind of want to get the Terry Funk, but these are the other two that I mainly want. But for now, we do have the Great Muta. Turn it to the other side, Muta again, he got his name, Legends logo right here. Elite Collection, Series 27. You get the gist. We're back at the front of the packaging. You know what that means. Time to open this figure. Let's go. Alright, first let's take a look at the accessories that the Great Muta does come with. So we'll start with the interchangeable hands. These are the just simple standard mic holding hands right here. You know, you got some nice little finger tape. And then pretty much about it, man. You got the little bit of vein detail if you can kind of see it. Oh, if it'll focus. I mean, you can kind of see it. But then here's this one. This one does not have the finger tape. Actually, yes, it does. You got some finger tape there, but there's definitely more on this one. Yeah. So you can see that there. Definitely a lot more on this one than there is the other one. So that's it for the interchangeable hands. He does have other interchangeable hands, but those are just kind of open hands. But those are already on the figure, so I figured there was no point in showing them until we actually get into the figure. But now we'll jump into his cloth goods. So you do get this nice little coat, little jacket. Obviously, it is cloth goods, like I said. It says bye-bye right here. Very cool, man. I do like this. A nice little detail. I do actually like this piece of clothing right here. This is very nice. I do enjoy this a lot. Now, the thing that actually clips it together is this thing. So it actually wraps around the figure wraps around the actual coat itself, and then it Velcros together. The Velcro's on the ends. You can see one end of Velcro here, and then the other end obviously is right there, if you can see that. So that's how this thing all closes off together on the figure. And then we'll jump into his mask, man. This is probably my favorite part of the figure. I don't know why. This thing, I think, is just very sick. Nice little mask here. Very cool. Like ninja type stuff here. Very nice. You know, you got red, gold, black. Here's the top of it. Nice little, like, kind of looking flames, too. That's pretty neat, man. I think I like this. This is very nice, too. Very freaking cool. I like this a lot. That's it for all of his accessories. Now let's jump into the actual Great Muta figure. Alright, here is the Great Muta, a Legends Series 27 figure, man. This thing is freaking sick. We will start up here with our head scan. So, here's the head scan. Very accurate, man. Very, very cool. I do like this head scan. You know, you got the red face paint, and then you got his little beard down here as well, which is pretty cool. So, that's pretty nice. And then you got the hair, and actually on the hair it says bye-bye, which is also very cool. If it'll focus, oh my. There we go. Bye-bye right there, which is very nice. Very nice little head scan here. We'll check the motion, the articulation, all the way around, and it is very smooth. Like, very freaking smooth this thing is. So that's nice. This is as far up as you can look. You can see that there. And that's as far down as you can look. That's pretty cool. Then we'll check his arms. So here's one of the arms. You know, you got the little wrist tape, or kind of the forearm tape, which is nice. So that is very cool. Nice little white and black detail there. Very nice. You do get it on the other one as well. Then here's the other hands that I was talking about. This one is kind of like only has 2 fingers out, but it does have the wrist or the finger tape. And then this one also has finger tape, but this one, like, the hand is more exposed. So that is very cool. Now we'll check the motion of just the articulation of the arm. So here's the elbow joint. Obviously it is double jointed, back and forth. Very nice, very cool. Check the bicep all the way around. Very nice. Put that off to the side. Oh, and then here's the other one. We've already looked at this. Now we'll check the elbow joint as well. Very smooth. Again, double jointed. Very nice. Bicep. Very nice. I did forget to show off the all the way around. So here's this one. And then here's the other one all the way around. So very smooth all the way around, and just overall with the arms as well. So very nice. Then we move down. We move down to the ab crunch. So very nice here. You got a little chest hair. You got the stomach hair. So very cool. Here's the back of it. Now we'll check how good the ab crunch is. So this is actually as far back as it goes. Let me put the arms off to the side. That's as far back as it goes. It's not the greatest as far as going back. That's as far forward as it goes. So very nice there. And then we'll check the entire upper body. So all the way around. So that's very nice. Put the ab crunch. There you go. So very nice. All the way around. Ab crunch, not the greatest, but it definitely could be better, but it's not terrible. It does its job. Nice head scan, nice arms. Then we go down to the lower half of the body from here all the way down. So these pants are freaking awesome, man. I don't know what this means. Obviously, I'm assuming this is like Chinese type of words here. I don't know what that means. Obviously, I don't speak Chinese, or whatever this language is. If this is a language, I don't speak that. So if any of you do, let me know what that says. But I personally do not know. But yeah, very nice pants. You got red, you got the black kind of belt looking thing up here. That's nice. Again, the words there, whatever that is. Then you got some flames down here, which is nice. You got silver, black, and gold. So that is very nice. Then you do have the black boots, but very freaking cool. Now we'll check actually, here's the back of them. Again, here's the back of the pants. You actually get flames here on the inner part, which is very nice. All right, but now we'll check the actual articulation. So we'll go for the legs first. So here, all the way around. It's kind of stiff. It definitely is a little bit stiff, but I won't be really doing that with my figure personally. But here's the other one as well. Can do the splits. Oh, hold up. Okay, so this leg goes out, but it looks like this one does not. I can't really get it to go out much. It's just, and I don't want to break it, so that's not really that cool, man. That's kind of upsetting. I don't know why it would. Damn, that sucks. Hopefully not all of them are like that. Maybe it's just mine, but mine for this leg does not go all the way out for the splits. This one does though, but not the other one. But now we'll go down to our knees. So this is as far up as you can go. And here's the other one. Definitely is a little bit stiff, but it's not terrible. Definitely not terrible. So yeah, a little bit stiff, but it's, like I said, not that bad. It could be a lot worse. Now I'll put it back into its normal position. And then we'll check the other way. So there's those. It's definitely not as stiff going back this way than it is actually going up this way. That's for sure. But now we'll check our kick out. So that is as far out as you can go with both of them. So very nice there. But so far, the only flaws that I can see are the ab crunch could be a little bit better. And, remember the little, oh, wait. Well, we actually got a little bit more there. Maybe I just got to break it in. But it definitely could go out a little bit more, this leg for sure. Because this one goes out a lot more than this one does. So that is kind of a flaw for me, considering, if we're going to talk about the overall figure. But also, the kind of the stiffer knees here for sure is a little bit of a flaw as well, like we just mentioned. But those are really the main flaws for now. But now we'll go down to the shoes. You do get a little bit of ankle rocker there. Same with the other one. Oh, there we go. Very cool. And then, the shoes are stiff, but remember these are on pants, so we've seen this a lot before where the shoes just kind of are very stiff when moving. So that is also another flaw for me personally, which is unfortunate because I really had high hopes for this figure. And I'm not saying this figure is terrible, but we'll talk about it a little bit more at the end of this video. But yeah, but now let's look at the overall figure with all the accessories on it and get a final good rating. All right, here's the final look of the Legend Series Target Exclusive Series 27 Great Muta Elite action figure, man. And as far as if it's worth the purchase, man, the look of the figure is awesome, do not get me wrong, but, looking at it more, like, with the Velcro piece on the cloth goods, I'm not a huge fan of that, the knees were a bit stiff to me, and remember this leg was a bit stiff, like moving out as well, and then the ab crunch was just not that great either, man. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to say no. It kind of sucks to say that, but I mean, I personally like it because of the looks. I think the look of the figure is very nice. I love the mask, and like, don't get me wrong, the cloth goods look cool, just not a big fan of that Velcro little strap, man. I don't really care for that. I feel like they should have just put the Velcro on the actual cloth good itself and not give us this little band here. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say no. But I mean, you guys might think different, man. So, but I personally would say it is not worth the purchase. I mean, you just don't rush for this figure either. Like, if you want to get it, fine, but I would not rush for this. I don't think it's going to be that popular, but we'll have to wait and see, man. Like I said, it did just release a few days ago. But that is the Great Muta review. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe to the channel. And once again, my socials will be in the description of this video, so you can go follow those. And all that helps me out a ton. But I hope you guys did enjoy this review, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.